on, Bex. Nice. Again. Nail it. Yeah.
I got into field hockey through my older sister. She started playing in a rec league, and then the next year, my mom signed me and her up for our first club team, and it was the first sport where I was like, I really like this sport. I had tried soccer and volleyball and softball, and nothing had clicked the same. It was so interesting, and seeing my older sister play, it made me really excited to keep going.
Field hockey would bring the Hamlett sisters to LU, first with Rebecca, then Lizzie a year later. But before Lizzie would ever step foot on the pitch, her sister would make the tough choice to step away from being a D1 athlete, leaving Lizzie to start her freshman year all on her own.
I start in the first game, and everything is very high feeling for me. I feel like I'm performing very well for a freshman. I do feel like I have friends on the team, and I feel like I have a secure spot. My second game comes, I score a goal. Again, I'm feeling that same kind of security.
That's another Liberty goal for number 1, Lizzie Hamlett.
The pressures and demands of being a D1 athlete would begin to take a toll on Lizzie.
I just get over analytical of my own performance. I start making more mistakes, and I can't recover from those mistakes. I end up pushing my friends away and pushing away my sister, who is still here at Liberty, because I feel like nobody understands what I'm going through, and that I can't complain about how I'm feeling because according to my playing time and my stats, I'm still doing okay. Eventually, the playing time and the stats go down because my mental health is struggling so much, and at this point, I'm still too scared to reach out for help.
I remember being up at Providence and pulling her up to the front of the bus and being like, hey, we really need to start working through some of these things, you know? A lot of frustration or not being able to move past mistakes. So we probably wisened up and thought, hey, let's ask how this kid's doing, you know, outside of the sport of field hockey.
And when they opened that door for me and showed me that they cared for me spiritually and emotionally, that's when I felt comfortable enough to ask them for help.
Help would come in the form of someone that had walked a similar path.
And Nikki Parsley now back-to-back goals here for Northwestern, and what an opportunity
I think that that's something that allows me to connect with some people in this generation is struggling with anxiety, struggling, you know, whether it was in college and even professionally at times of just like, I'm a human, you know, and I think for the kids to be able to see that I have struggles and sometimes they resonate with the girls is huge and allows you to, you know, empathize, and I'm going to support you as best as I can, but at the end of the day, my resources are gonna run out because I don't have the expertise of being a psychologist, but I know of someone I can put you in contact with that can help you.
With the support of the coaching staff, Lizzie would begin the process of meeting with Liberty Athletics mental health counselor Neil Binet, a first step towards understanding her inner battles.
She was very guarded at first. She many times told me, I don't want to get into this, but I know I need to. It's almost like a love-hate kind of a situation, right? Where she's coming in and she's like, no, I'm here to do the work, and I'm probably going to be a little bit sad, but I know it's what I need to do. And so she always looks forward to coming to see me because she knows she'll feel better afterwards. You know, she says, I want to take this on. I'm ready to do something that's hard. And that's one of the things I love and appreciate about her is because she's not going to shy away from a challenge, which I think is probably a characteristic that makes her such a great athlete also. Is if there's something that needs to be done, she's going to do it, regardless of how uncomfortable that is.
Through the ups and downs of her college career, the sessions with her counselor, and a shift in mindset, Lizzie has seen her perspective grow.
Having Neil here as my counselor at Liberty has completely changed my experience as a student athlete. I've been able to have somebody who completely is there to listen with no judgment, no opinion. He's given me a safe place to discover myself and learn more about myself and how to be a better version of myself both on and off the field. He has helped me to create better relationships with my teammates and with my coaches. It's hard to put into words how much he means to me because he truly has just shown me how what I think is so negative about myself can be spun and used as a positive. And I just think that without him, I wouldn't have been able to continue being a student athlete. And I'm so thankful that we have him here, honestly. I'm sorry.
While Lizzie is very open about her struggles with mental health, she isn't alone in this battle as an athlete.
I think it's big for Liberty to be committed to having a mental health counselor in the athletic department. There are some very specific pressures and stressors that athletes deal with, different than, say, the general population.
I think student athletes oftentimes feel isolated because they don't think anybody's gonna relate to what they're feeling like. But when you are able to go to a counselor, they open your eyes up to how normal it is for a student athlete to experience performance anxiety or nervousness. And I think having that kind of support that's not from a parent or from a coach, it's just a different level of support. It's not your family, it's not your coach. It's somebody who sees you and sees your brain and knows your science, and it's a different kind of education.
There are still days with struggle and momentary doubts, but the growth that Lizzie has experienced has helped her realize her value to the team, and more importantly, her identity in Christ.
This is the redemptive story, right? God has given us certain talents and gifts to handle any situation and empower us through those giftings, those giftings that he's given us to actually do these things for our good, to show us how we have a purpose and meaning in being part of his plan.
If you would have asked, oh, would you bring Lizzie back for a fifth year, her freshman year? The answer probably would have been no, but last year, when we started having that conversation, it was without a hesitation, what can we do to keep this kid around? And it just truly has been the Lord, and her transformation, what God has done through her life has been incredible, and she's just made huge, impactful changes and has really turned into, somebody that people look to on this team.